What's good, guys? Just want to talk to you about motivation, man. Let me tell you something about that word motivation. I believe, the word motivation is kind of just passed around a lot. You got to stay motivated, but you can't always be motivated 24/7. Motivation comes and goes, but to actually have longevity in your business and staying power and I think stickability, you got to be obsessed and passionate and have a purpose higher than yourself to stay in your industry. Because when you're an entrepreneur, you're kind of accepting the fact that when you start, you're the worst in that industry because you're just starting. So you're kind of humbling yourself once you get into an industry just to say, like, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm probably the worst out here at the moment. I probably have the least amount of resources at the moment, but I will eventually see to the end of it that I will achieve what I need to achieve in this business and provide the certain services that I said I'm going to provide. Now, that's great, man. That's wonderful. But motivation is only going to be like there 10% of the time of your 100% journey. Motivation is like that feeling like, yeah, man, I'm so motivated today. We're gonna make $100,000, blah blah blah. Yeah, but between today and when you're gonna make that $100,000 is not the roadmap you were expecting off of that motivation. So for you to stay in your business and really not quit, you got to be obsessed with your business like 24/7. That's all you do, especially for us people in our 20s. Like, what fucking else are you doing? Like, what else are you doing? You're going to the club. There's no problem going to the club. I have a couple friends that they go to the club all the time, but they leave at a certain time and next day they're on their business. There's no problem going to the club. There's no problem enjoying yourself. But once you're done enjoying yourself, you got to make sure that every moment is about your business because there's someone else out there that's trying to sabotage you, that's doing better than you. Because it's war. That's it. It is what it is. Every month I have an issue with somebody that they're not even directly in the the way of they're not even my real competition, and I'm just having issues with people and trying to block certain things. I don't know, maybe because they don't like me or something, and it is what it is. Or maybe it's not even because they don't like me. I don't know. But it's not like what the issues I have, I'm going through independently of everyone else. Everybody has these issues. Someone might do something because they just don't like you. They may not like my beard. I don't know. But motivation ain't getting me to the other side of the obstacle. I'll tell you that much right now. My obsession and my purpose that is beyond myself is what every day when I wake up, and sometimes I don't want to do things. I'm unmotivated to do things. That's when it kicks in. It's like, shit, man, I have an obligation to all my residents to make sure they have good housing. And if I don't take this phone call or I don't figure out how to pay for this shortfall of money this month, to pay this mortgage or to pay these bills, all these guys are not going to have a place to stay. And the place I provide is a safe environment. So that's not no fucking motivation. It has nothing to do with motivation. It's my purpose that's higher than myself. You know, it is, because I'm not motivated to do anything. I'm really not. In those times, I'm not motivated. It's just that I know I have to do it because I have an obligation to everybody that I've housed, right? To everybody who's taken my services. So motivation is great, man, but I just feel like we shouldn't use this word so loosely all the time because it's like, yeah, just stay motivated, blah 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 blah. Like, fuck you, man. Like, things get hard all the time. Things get hard, and I understand. And and also talking to people who are going. That's why I'm posting these things, because as young entrepreneurs, we don't talk about issues. Certain things I'm going through, I'm just finding out a lot of people go through this, and it makes me feel more comfortable, and we should be able to talk to other individuals that are going through business and they can share their issues, you know. But finding that business that you're obsessed with and you're passionate about, trust me, man, even if it doesn't do well at the beginning, like, listen, man, I don't think, like, now I'm 3 years into this business and I'm just starting to, like, you know, I'm just starting to able to not actually be there every single day, you know. And when I had to be there every day and I was losing like serious money every day, my feeling then and now hasn't really changed. You know, it's a bit of a relief, yeah, like financially, that financial burden is a bit of a relief, but like my mind state and like how I go about things then and now, it's not like things change that much because I'm still as obsessed. I'm still, you know, my purpose still hasn't been fulfilled because, you know, I'm still alive. If my purpose would have been filled, I would be dead. So, you know, that hasn't been filled yet. But because I'm actually passionate about what I'm doing, um, you know, on a day to day basis, there's no change. Whether like I might get a little more stress if I have lack of cash, but it's not stress onto me personally. It's more stress onto, like, damn, like I need to figure out how to get this money so I can pay for these bills to move my business forward. You know, so it's more like stress to how to solve a problem than it is stress on like my personal well being. You know, so yeah, man, motivation is great, man, and staying positive, I rank motivation, staying positive, and then being passionate and obsessed and finding a purpose higher than yourself. That's how I rank it. Motivation's on the lowest scale, man, because everybody gets motivated, man. Everybody can get motivated for a day, but keeping a positive mind is not that easy to do. You know, if you can keep a positive outlook on everything that you do, and when something bad happens, you just say, you know what, I have to go through this. Like, I remember one time, I had like a serious issue with one of my properties, and they were trying to shut it down, and then I was like, fuck, man, like I wouldn't come this far, 2.5 years, to just get this place shut down. And it turns out the issue that I had, I solved it, and it actually benefits me more in the long run. You know, so you always got to keep that positive outlook and keep moving forward. But you're not gonna be motivated when someone's trying to shut down your fucking property, man. You're gonna be a little like depressed and shit, right? So you gotta say, you know what? I have an obligation. I'm obsessed with this place, and I called the guys. I said, listen, man, you could shut down this place, but I'm gonna be living in here. You know, I'm not leaving. So you really got to fuck that motivation shit, man. It's like last 3 days. All right, tell me how you feel on the fourth. You know, so yeah, man. You got to be passionate about what you do. You got to be obsessed and find a purpose that's higher than yourself. You know.